Hide your online activity and location with Virtual Shield VPN. Your 20% off code and your free trial are in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Before I begin this video, I just wanted to keep you posted on the open invitation I have for Mike the Cop to come on a live stream and talk about his constant push for authoritarianism and against liberty. I sent him this email yesterday after I was told that he left me a message under one of my videos in which I talked about the problem I have with his statist mindset. Here's what I wrote. I was just informed that you posted a comment under one of my videos saying something to the effect of, "Hey man, feel free to reach out to me at realmikethecop@gmail.com if you'd ever like to come on my channel and discuss. If this is so, I would very much welcome that opportunity. Let me know how and when would be a good time and day for you. My objective is to gain a better understanding of your authoritarian, pro-law enforcement officer mindset in the face of other, more peaceful options, as well as discover what your logic-based objections are against a stateless, reputation-based free market society." And just as one reminder, Mike looks down on and mocks who he calls sovereign citizens as he promotes the authority of the thin blue line, who in reality possess all the characteristics of true sovereign citizens in which they have all the power and authority and are answerable to no one. But in their authoritarian actions, and by virtue of their perceived position, they hold a monopoly on unjust force and violence. And that's not the hallmark of a peaceful person. A person who is in truth a sovereign, and we all fit that bill, would not exercise unjust violence. But cops take this cruelty upon themselves when they make the conscious decision to follow the laws of politicians instead of virtuous and principled positions. I'll let you guys know if he gets back to me. In the meantime, send him this video. I wouldn't mind inviting him and as many cop buddies as he wants so we can have a live stream chat in front of a live audience. Now, speaking of police, a team of police officers who were serving a search warrant at the wrong house encountered an armed father who was trying to protect his daughter from what he believed were intruders. And they were intruders. They were just badged intruders. During a news conference on the incident, George County Police Chief Hank Stawinski admitted that a 9-member special operations team went to the apartment when they served a search warrant around 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Stawinski said, quote, "A law-abiding, hardworking citizen and his daughter were home at the point where we began to execute that search warrant." The police chief claimed that the warrant was originally granted because of a, quote, "confidential informant" who told officers that a drug dealer was living at the residence. He said, quote, "Our officers had worked to corroborate the information from that confidential informant. However, we did not draw the right conclusion." According to a report from NBC Washington, when the officers arrived at the home, they announced their presence and then they used, quote, "a device" to open the door. It's not clear whether they used a battering ram to break down the door or if they threw a flashbang grenade inside the home to startle the residents. When the officers broke down the door, they encountered a man who was holding a shotgun. He fired a single shot, which Stawinski claimed hit 2 of the officers who were trying to break into the man's home. However, when the man realized the intruders were police officers, he dropped his weapon and begged them not to shoot his daughter. Stawinski said, as the door now opens, he realizes that those are police officers. He immediately drops that weapon, goes to the window, and starts communicating. He says, "You got the wrong address. Don't shoot my daughter." While one of the officers returned fire, no one was hit, and the officers who were shot by the homeowner are in stable condition, which is pretty miraculous because that could have been a tragic ending. Now listen to this.
Tonight, those 2 police officers shot in Prince George's County. Good evening, I'm Leslie Foster. The man who pulled the trigger will not face charges, and he got an apology from the county's chief of police. If you think that sounds unusual, just wait until you hear about the circumstances surrounding this whole thing. For that, let's head to the scene where it happened, Loring Drive in District Heights, not far from the Beltway and the Penmar Shopping Center. Here's Mike Valerio.
It's a storyline that was supposed to stay simple enough. Prince George's police move in and arrest a drug dealer. But bad intel from a confidential informant leads them here, to the wrong address. The father at home has a shotgun and opens fire. right as police open his door.
As that door now opens, he realizes that those are police officers. He immediately drops that weapon. He immediately goes to the window and starts communicating, "You've got the wrong address. Don't shoot my daughter. Don't shoot my daughter."
Chief Hank Stawinski told us today he felt it was his obligation to explain what happened here. It was all a major misunderstanding. Two officers trying to protect families from drugs, and a father trying to protect his daughter from harm.
What the community needs to know is that this man was devastated when he realized that he had fired upon police officers. And he was as worried about their safety once he realized that it happened as he was worried about the safety of his own daughter.
The chief also stressed that the father and his daughter are okay here tonight. They were unharmed through all of this. No one will face any charges.
Because police admitted that they attempted to serve a search warrant at the wrong house, because they acknowledged that any attempt to press charges against the innocent man could result in a costly lawsuit, and likely because no one was killed during the incident, Stawinski confirmed that no charges would be filed against the man who shot the officers. How nice of them. These people act like they're doing you a favor when they break into your house and put your life in jeopardy. It's ridiculous. Stawinski said the investigation corroborates his account that he did not know they were police officers trying to enter his residence. I believe that and know that to be true. Guys, think about how easily things could have gone south. People have been killed for way less than discharging a firearm in the direction of police. It's nothing short of a miracle that all the cops didn't return fire and fill the house and everybody in it full of holes. And another thing to think about, this is yet another example of how easily innocent people can get hurt by cops who are still blindly enforcing the drug laws. When will these people learn? When there's no victim, there's no crime, and therefore no need for force. This is not the first time a team of police officers has attempted to serve a search warrant at the wrong address. In December of 2017, a SWAT team in Chicago raided the wrong house and were reprimanded by the homeowner who demanded an apology while recording the incident on Facebook Live.
And they're coming with the guns like, "Don't move, don't say nothing, who's in here?"
Busted doors, a damaged window. A Chicago woman says police officers caused this damage while searching for a suspect. Problem is, they got the wrong house. Good evening, I'm Jim Williams.
And I'm Mai Martinez. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, Chicago police are apologizing. CBS 2's Jeremy Ross is live outside police headquarters with more on what happened and what the victim wants now. Jeremy.
Well, good evening, Jim. Good evening, Mai. Through a news release, Chicago police acknowledging that an error was committed. Now, as we rode through the neighborhood, we saw police offering up their help and assistance. We saw a city worker offering up temporary fixes for the homeowner. She declined those fixes, hoping for something more permanent, and this evening, she continues to wait. Chicago police gather again outside the South Chicago home.
Everything here is broke.
This time they're guarding the house and its door.
This is all broken up.
The time before, they were trying to break it open.
You can see the indentation here.
As a result, Shawnee Cross uses a screwdriver to open it now.
Kind of like pry. But there, I got it.
She says it happened early Friday morning without much warning.
My mom was sitting on that couch. I heard her scream first, like, "Ah!" I'm like, "What's going on?" I'm in the bathroom, I'm like, "What was that?" And she's like, "Somebody breaking in. They're coming in, they're coming in."
How many cops are in the house?
From what I could see at that point, maybe 3. And they're coming with the guns like, "Don't move. Don't say nothing, who's in here?"
Was your adrenaline up? Was your heart pumping?
Yeah, all of that.
Police say during a drug investigation, they executed a search warrant and regretfully went into the wrong house. Chicago's top cop calling to personally apologize.
This is Superintendent Johnson calling about the unfortunate incident that occurred.
Apology accepted?
Absolutely not.
Cross says that won't happen until her door is replaced. She adds Friday she was supposed to honor the memory of her grandmother, but had to stay home because of her busted door.
Not all cops are bad. I have family members that are police officers. I didn't like the way they treated us and the way they handled us.
Officers began to arrest Cross's 17-year-old brother, and she said she immediately demanded to see a search warrant for the residence where the officers were initiating the no-knock raid. When an officer told her the street address was 8203, she informed them that they were at the wrong house. She said, I'm like, this is 8209, you effing idiot. You're in the wrong house. Earlier this year, young children were traumatized and injured by flashbang grenades. An innocent father was terrorized and arrested by police, and their home was damaged after a SWAT team carried out an early morning no-knock raid on the wrong house in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Homeowner Spencer Rank said he lives at 4040 Lindcrest Drive, and it was not until after the officers damaged his property, traumatized his children, and put him in handcuffs that they realized they were supposed to raid 4030 Lindcrest Drive. But when they realized their mistake, they simply left and went to raid the house next door as if they'd done nothing wrong. These are the actions wrought by the poisoned mindset of the statist mentality. Blindly following the orders of politicians removes liberties and puts people in harm's way. Guys, if you get something out of these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Guys, I don't know how much longer my channel will be around here on YouTube. Please take a minute and sign up to my email list. It's free, painless, and you'll get some cool stuff. Also, take another minute to subscribe to my decentralized, censorship-free BitChute and Steemit channels. All these links are in the description. I want you to know this. If my channel goes down, I'll still produce content for you guys through my website and through BitChute and Steemit. So make sure you stay connected through the email subscription link in the description below. Just watch the 45-second video on my website and you'll be all set. If you want to support my work on this channel, grab a shirt, snag a flashlight, or hit me up on Patreon and PayPal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Before you go, check out one of the most in-your-face, hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt stores on the planet. Just by wearing one of these t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, or cutoffs, and without saying a word, you can let people know that black rifles matter. You can inform the sleeping masses that fluoride is dumbing them down, that Google is a gulag-style censorship machine, that the Department of Homeland Security is merely security theater, that the NSA makes your private life their business, that the Grim Reaper supports everyone's troops, that we need to legalize freedom, that in life there are no excuses, that CNN is a communist news network, voting is the suggestion box of slaves, that 9/11 was a lie, and that all official stories should be questioned. Also, let people know we're in the middle of a full-blown sheepvolution, taxation is theft, the IRS is an immoral robbery service, cops enjoy protecting and serving the crap out of you, that the space you occupy is not a gun-free zone, and that gun-free zones are the most dangerous places on earth. Your purchase helps support more hard-hitting content on my censored channel. As of the recording of this video, I have over 90 designs. I take your requests for new designs, and I'm adding new ones every week, so check back often. The link to the store is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.